Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be continuing the gameplay on Hogwarts Legacy. So let's get into it. I'm going to be the best dreadhead nonchalant dreadhead wizard that ever became. I'm going to be better than Duke Dennis.
I suppose.
Just have to wait for the right moment. One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters, and you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha, I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Must be in Hogwarts in your 5th year.
That's just brilliant, Abby. Brilliant. You think you could... That is not how that... That's just brilliant, Abby. Brilliant. You think you could... Not how that...
You know PK can't do Flash.
Protego! That's just brilliant, Amit.
Oh,
Brilliant.
she was a good one.
You think you could... That is not how that...
Turn that down. Come on, bro. I don't want to fight on camera. Come on, bro. I don't want to tussle on camera. Because I will do you in. I will do you in. Oh, but she was a good one.
Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I'm afraid I'm not much for memorizing constellations. Enough to worry about on the ground.
Well, you should know that all 5th years must take astronomy. However, I think you will feel differently after one night up on the tower. A quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
That's not right either. I'm not sure this is the right spot. I'm not sure this is the right spot. I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones?
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You had best not keep her waiting. Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Protego! Revelio!
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. You've been practicing. No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to
Thank you,
learn.
Professor.
Happily, your professors have agreed to
Thank
create
you.
additional assignments for you.
Thank you
outside
so
of class.
much,
You'll be
Professor.
up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
Glaze me, glaze me.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I know, snitch.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely.
Oh, she
what
fake
Professor
eyed.
Fig
She
said.
fake eyed.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfect to take
glaze
boats
me.
and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Testing,
Good luck
testing.
today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you.
Hey,
I
twin.
was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation
Hey,
regarding
twin.
our late arrival?
See? I didn't like to lie.
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little receptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
I ain't a snitch, chat.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and
Why the
astute
hell? Why the
teacher.
hell?
It was right
Vice
to keep the
Lord,
details
Vice
to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally
What happened?
skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking
These
of guides,
college finals
and
exams.
so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor
they be popping
Weasley,
up on your page.
why don't I show you the clever
That's that mind
enchantment
control.
we included in
They
the
hear you
field
talking,
guide's map?
stressing about your
Unfold
finals.
it and have a look.
See that they. That's that.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand.
I ain't going to
You'll enjoy
class. I'm
Mr.
skipping
Ollivander.
class.
He's an exceptional craftsman and a
Skipping
good friend.
class.
I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I'll skip class. I'm skipping class. Oh shoot, that's cool. Wow, that's sick. That's tough. Ah. Oh man, they won't let me do it. I'm so stressed out about these classes on my first day. Ah. Nah, I'm playing. Let me go to class. Wait, I have to go to class? I'm too stressed out. Oh, this is my class.
That life is behind me, I promise.
Bro, they got ghosts in this school, bro. In real life, I cannot live in this school, bro. They got ghosts in this school, bro. Dang, where am I at the 3rd floor?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
One just like Brockborough.
Welcome to charm class. Welcome to charm class, yeah?
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student.
Yeah.
Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Me!
Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Store runner, can you give me some water, please?
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so
I'm just playing. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. Playing, playing.
Out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Yo. Ravenclaw, we gotta stick together. Oh, ah. Accio.
Accio.
Ooh.
That is not bad.
Accio.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it, You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test?
You about to start hooping?
Right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Eh?
Oh, she want your head. Accio.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres.
Accio.
Relinquish your charm. That's it! Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Splendid!
Hey, I'm like that.
Very good.
Hey, I'm like that. I'm like that. I really like that.
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Watch this.
She good. Oh!
Happens to the best of us.
Let us see this. Phew.
Oh my gosh.
Keep trying. Be sharp. There we go.
I understand it now. I understand it now. See? We gotta run it back. I understand it now. I understand it now. Accio.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
We should run it back.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it.
Here we go. That is how it's done.
Yeah, told you. I understand it now. I understand it now.
Watch this.
I'm hooping right now. I'm hooping. I'm hooping right now. Oh, what? Oh, I let go too early. Oh, man. I let go too early.
Be sharp. There we go.
Accio.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Accio. I'm only gonna get better. I'm only gonna get better.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Accio.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Appreciate it.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand.
Oh, that's cool.
I must admit, however, that I am growing quite
She's
fond of
certified.
using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word,
you're so
if you would.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Vestian. You know it won't work on humans.
Accio. Lumos. Protego. Accio. Accio.
I want the high ground. When I talk to you. Oh, no.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
Because of me?
Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Accio.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Since you asked, Shawty. Coming along great. Shawty?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Too bad you ain't me.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion?
Oh, ghosts!
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbye. I should cheer to the boy who said you're telling
I'm not telling lies, please. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't get Peeves a flack. She says it's a boot, and he
Stop
says it's
it.
a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
That's why I like to skip class. Dang, how tall is the school? I don't even know where I'm going.
Potato!
Never seen devils there in the wild.
Are those things following me? Yeah. This is my type of class. This is my type of class, yo.
Is that all you've got? Bombard! Levioso!
Professor Hecat! Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso!
Thanks.
A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso. Potato. Accio.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Levioso. Levioso.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent. Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
What are you doing up there?
You were good.
Now, let me Thank you.
I'm beating her.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
I don't even really want to
All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Accio!
What's up, yo? What's up?
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Levioso!
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same
Weasley
thing,
after
Deke.
class.
Perhaps
Weasley.
you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I ain't no snitch.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
You know what? I'm gonna get information on Sebastian and then snitch on him. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, they racist. It's because I'm black, ain't it? Because I'm black, huh?
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Possibly. But when one, why not me? I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm dreading taking my transfiguration out. Absolutely dreading. Ugh.
What
What am I missing?
Got you. Wait, they flew away? They flew back away?
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Accio!
Oh.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too.
Yeah, I'm
if I were
reading
her.
that. Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous contraction he was creating over my perfectly stewed, late-loosing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He's such a menace. He thinks he knows everything. There is no about potions. Always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, ooh, the tea, he would have been expelled by now. Ooh. Maybe I can... Maybe I can recruit her to my rebel team. That was in the book? Oh, those were just random books?
Well done besting Sebastian at dueling.
What? Already got killed? Already got clout. Clout! Clout. What are other books? I just saw one. where her books at, man? Yeah.
Accio. Lumos.
Leviosa.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Can you remind me what you needed help with again?
I need someone to collect the 5 books flying about the library for me. One of them is my personal diary, and I'd really like to have it back before it falls into the wrong hands.
Accio. Leviosa. Accio.
Where's the 5th book?
Accio! Accio! Protego! Lumos. Accio!
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Finally, God.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
I should come back to this another time.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Perhaps I'll come back to this. I don't think I'm ready for this just yet.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video right here. See y'all there. Signing off.